Stuti Satakam 1 to 10. पाण्डित्यं परमेश्वरी स्तुतिविधौ नैवाश्रयन्ते गिरा वैरिञ्चान्यपि गुम्फनानि विगलत् गर्वाणि शर्वाणि ते स्तोतुं त्वां परिपुल्लनीलनलिन श्यामाक्षि कामाक्षि मां वाचालीकुरुते तथापि नितरां त्वत्पादसेवादरः
पाण्डित्यं परमेश्वरी स्तुतिविधौ नैवाश्रयन्ते गिरां this Stuti Satakam, the meter is different. Every shloka has got different meter. It's not a constant meter like we had Shikarini in the last Satakam. So the meters or the chandas are different. Now he says, Parameshwari Pandityam Stutividhau Naivashriyante Giram Vairinchányapi Gumphanani Vigalat Garvani Sarvani Te. See, we are not now anymore describing the lotus feet. We are now, this is Stotra, Stuti Satakam, like a Stotra, so he will cover all aspects of Devi. So he says, Stuti Vidhau, in the process of praising you, Vairinchányapi, even of Brahma, even of Virinchi, even of Brahma, Giram, those words, Naiva Ashrayante, they are not able to attain scholarship. Pandityam Naiva Ashrayante. Pandityam Naiva Ashrayante. They are not able to attain scholarship. Vairinchányapi Gumphanani. Gumphanani is the words which are strung like a garland. Words which are strung like a garland of Brahma, Vairinchányapi Giram Gumphanani. Even those words, Pandityam Naiva Ashrayante, they are not able to get scholarship. They are not able to attain scholarship. Stuti Vidhau, when he starts praising. Vigalat Garvani, because then after that they lose their arrogance. Even Brahma's words lose arrogance, having failed to attain scholarship. Sharvani, consort of Sharva, consort of Shiva. Shiva in destructive mode is called Sharva, we have seen before. Tvam Stotum, in order to praise you, now he is giving a praise there as in the form of address, he is giving a praise. Paripulla Neela Nalina Shama Akshi. Shama Akshi, one with dark eyes. Paripulla Neela Nalina, like lotus, which are black, which are blossomed. A black lotus which is blossomed. Paripulla, Neela, Nalina, Shama, Akshi, Kamakshi, Tvam Stotum, Mam Vachali Kurute. Whenever I try to praise you, Mam Vachali Kurute, the words make me like a expert in speaking, make me an expert orator. Vachali Kurute, make me an expert orator. Nitaram, always. Tathapi, even though. What is even though? Even Brahma's words say, but I succeed. Why? Tvatpada Seva Adaraha. Because I have a liking, I have attachment. Adaraha, attachment, liking to your lotus feet. Worshipping your lotus feet. Tvatpada Seva Adaraha. That makes my words proficient. Mam Vachali Kurte. Noun is Adaraha and verb is Vachali Kurte. So my words are becoming proficient because of my attachment to your lotus feet. So whenever I try to praise you, in praising you, Tvam Stotum, in praising you, I become Vachala. Even though the beautiful words of Brahma strung like a garland, they lose their arrogance, they are unable to secure good scholarship when he starts praising you. That is the result of devotion, result of bhakti. Mokam karoti vachalam, you say, isn't it? That is the point he is mentioning here.
तापिञ्चस्तबकत्विषे तनुभृतां दारिद्र्यमुद्राद्विषे संसाराख्यतमो मुषे पुररिपोः मामाङ्कसीमाजुषे कम्पातीरमुपेयुषे कवयितां जिह्वा कुटिं जग्मुषे विश्वत्राणपुषे नमोऽस्तु सततं तस्मै परञ्ज्योतिषे
Tasmai Param Jyotishe Satatam Namaha Astu. May my prostration be always to that supreme Jyoti, to that supreme light. And he is describing that light. He is describing that Param Jyoti. Tapinchas Tabakat Vishe Tanubhritam Daridra Mudra Vishe. Tapinchas Tabaka is bunch of flowers of Tapincha. Tapincha is Tamala tree we have seen before. The dark tree which is likened to Vishnu and also Devi. So Tapinchas Tabaka, like the Tapincha, like the Tamala tree flowers, Vishe, shining like the flowers of the Tamala tree. That is the Jyoti. The Jyoti is shining, your form. Tanubhritam Daridre Mudra Vishe. Tanubhritam, those who are having a body, that means people. For those who have a body, for people, Daridrya, their poverty, Mudra, even the mark of poverty. Dusha means destroying. Your light destroys not just the poverty of people, it destroys even the mark of poverty of people. He will even forget that he was ever poor. That kind of satisfaction he gets. Tanubhritam, this is a very important point. Tanubhritam daridra mudra advishe samsarakhya tamo mushe. Mushe means robbing. We have seen before. A thief. Your Jyoti naturally is a thief. It robs the darkness, tamasa, samsarakhya tamaha. The darkness called samsara. It removes the darkness called samsara. Puraripoho vamanka sima jushe. Jushe means it delights. This Jyoti delights in being seated on the left side, vamanka, of Puraripu, of Shiva. Kampatiram upeyushe. Upeyushe means reaching the banks of Kampa river. Kavayatam jihva kutim jagmushe. Jagmushe means going to the cottage of Kuti is cottage, the residence of the tongue of poets. That means what? The residence of this Jyoti is the tongue of the poets. That means what? Poets are able to beautifully generate poems because of this Jyotis. Vishwatrana Pushe. Vishwatrana, protecting the universe. Pushe, Pushti, Pusha means nourishing the protection of the worlds. That means protection of the world is always in Devi's mind. Vishwatrana Pushe. That kind of supreme Jyoti, may prostration be always, which has the shine of the flowers of the Tamala tree. It destroys the mark of poverty of all people, and it robs away the darkness called samsara. It delights, the Jyoti delights in being seated on the left side of Puraripu, of Shiva. It goes to the banks of Kampa. It goes and resides in the tongue of poets, and it nourishes the very thought of protecting the words.
ये सन्ध्यारुणयन्ति शङ्करजटा कान्तारचन्द्रार्वकौ सिन्दूरन्ति च ये पुरन्दरवधू सीमन्तसीमान्तरे पुण्यं ये परिपक्वयन्ति भजतां काञ्चीपुरे माममी पायाशु परमेश्वर प्रणयिनी पादोद्भवाः पांसवः
Parameshwara Pranayini Padodbhavaha Pamsavaha. Pamsaha is dust, the particles of dust. That is why it is given in plural. Particles of dust which are generated in the feet, Pada Udbhavaha, which are generated in the feet of Parameshwara Pranayini, of beloved of Parameshwara, of Devi, Payasuhu, Mam, Ami, these Pamsavaha, these dust, Mam Payasuhu, those dust particles protect me. Now, what is the qualification? What is the description of those particles of dust? Ye sandhyarunayanti shankara jata kantara chandrarbhakam, not chatrarbhakam, wrongly typed here, chandrarbhakam. Shankara jata, the jata of Shankara, the matted tresses of Shiva, Kantara, the forest, it is like a forest. The jata of Shankara is like a forest. In that forest, Chandra Arbhakam, Arbhaka means child. Child Chandra, the crescent Chandra is described as a child Chandra. That child Chandra, Sandhya Arunayanti, the child Chandra is attaining a beautiful red color, Arunayanti getting a red color, like Sandhya, like the twilight time. The twilight time red color is bestowed on the Chandra, the child Chandra, who is decorating the head, the forest of the matted tresses on the head of Sankara. When he prostrates, obviously, that is not mentioned, when he prostrates. Sinduranti chaye Purandara Vadhu Simanta Simantare. Purandara is Devendra. One of the names of Devendra is Purandara. Because he goes and destroys cities of Asura, he is called Purandara. Purandara Vadhu Indrani. Simanta is the parting of the hair. Simanta is the parting of the hair on the head. That is called Simanta. The Simanta of the parting of hair of the Indrani, Sima Antare, inside that Sima means the end, the inside of the end of the Simanta. Inside of the end of the Simanta. That means this is called the end, the beginning. That beginning, Sinduranti, it becomes a red color. When the Indrani prostrates at the feet of the Devi, it acquires, the Simanta acquires red color because of these particles. Punyam is wrongly typed. Punyam paripakvayanti, not pakkayanti. Paripakvayanti bhajatam. Bhajatam punyam. Those who worship, their punya is matured. Paripakvayanti is brought to fruition. That punya is brought to fruition. See, punya, if it remains dormant, it is of no use. It has to come up. That coming up is Paripakvayanti. Kanchi Pure Bhajatam. Those who worship in Kanchi Pura, obviously. Payasuhu Parameshwara Pranayini Padodbhavaha Pamsavaha. May those dust particles protect me of the beloved of Parameshwari, which dust particles give the beautiful red color of twilight to the child Chandra, who is decorating the forest of the matted tresses of Shankara. It gives a beautiful Sindura red color to the inside of the Simanta, the parting of hair of Indrani, and these particles bring to fruition the punya of those who worship.
कामाडम्बरपूरया सशिरुचा कम्रस्मितानां त्विषा कामारेरनुरागसिन्धुमधिकं कल्लोलितं तन्वती कामाक्षीति समस्तसज्जननुता कल्याणदात्री नृणां कारुण्याकुलमानसा भगवती कंपातटे जृम्भते.
Kamadambara Puraya Shashirucha Kamrasmitanam Tvisha. How Devi is appearing. Kama Adambara Puraya. That is filled with the pleasure of love. Adambara can be taken as pleasure, sport. Filled, Puraya, filled with the pleasure of love. Shashirucha Kamrasmitanam Tvisha. Kamra means loving, beautiful. Beautiful, gentle smile, Kamrasmitanam. Tusha, that shine, that radiance, which comes from the
gentle smiles, beautiful smiles, which are beautiful because of Shashirucha, because of the like the moon, like the shine of the moon. The gentle smile reminds one of the shine of the moon. Shashirucha, Kamrasmitanam Tushar. So what are all the various features that we see in the Devi which are filling us with love? So he is describing Kamarehe Anuraga Sindhum Adhikam Kallolitam Tanvati. He is talking about an ocean, Sindhu. Which ocean? Kamarehe Anuraga Sindhu. Kamari is Shiva, enemy of Manmatha. Anuraga, love, the ocean of love of Shiva. If you consider Shiva's love as an ocean, that ocean, Devi is creating more and more waves. Adhikam kallolitam. Adhikam, more and more. Kallolitam, creating waves. Devi creates more and more waves in the ocean of love of Shiva. Tanvati means creating. Kamakshiti samasta sajjana nuta. She is worshipped, Nuta. She is worshipped by samasta sajjanam, all virtuous people, as Kamakshi. Kalyana Datri Nrunam. Nrunam means to people. She offers, she bestows auspiciousness. Kalyana Datri Nrunam. Bhagavati Karunya Akula Manasa. With a mind which is agitated, akula means agitation, with a mind which is agitated by compassion, means which is filled with compassion. Agitation means, see, when a vessel is filled with water to the brim, it starts agitating even when you touch it slightly. So it is overflowing with compassion, so it gets agitated, because Devi is always agitated as to how to bring up these people who have been suffering in the samsara. So that agitation is out of compassion. Karunya Akula Manasa Bhagavati Kampatate Jrumbhate. She is appearing, Jrumbhate, she is shining, she is appearing on the banks of river Kampa. She is filled with the pleasure of love. Her gentle smiles are so beautiful that they are like moon shine, and she creates waves in the lot of waves, adhikam kallolitam, lot of waves in the ocean of love of Shiva, and she is worshipped as Kamakshi by all the virtuous people. She bestows auspiciousness on all people, and her mind is filled with overflowing with compassion, and she is appearing on the banks of river Kampa.
कामाक्षीण पराक्रमप्रकटनं सम्भावयन्ती दृशा श्यामाक्षीरसहोदर स्मितरुचि प्रक्षालिता शान्तरा वहमाक्षी जनमौलिभूषणमणिः वाचां परा देवता कामाक्षीति विभाति कापि करुणा Kampatatinyastate.
Kamakshena Parakrama Prakatanam Drisha Sambhavayanti. Kama Akshena. Kamakshena is Kama Akshena Parakrama Prakatanam Drisha Sambhavayanti. Akshena means undiminished. Kshena means diminishes. Akshena undiminished. Undiminished love. The power of that undiminished love, Kama Akshena Parakrama, the power is undiminished. Undiminished the power of love, Prakatanam, showing it. How she shows? Drisha Sambhavayanti, by her eyes, by her look, by her eyes, she is showing that. Sambhavayanti means she is honoring. She is honoring the eyes. She is honoring the look. How she is honoring the look? By showing the power of love, undiminished power of love. She is honoring her look. Sambhavayanti Drisha. Shyama, young woman. Shyama is young woman. Kshira Sahodara Smitaruchi Prakshalita Ashantara. Kshira Sahodara Smita. The Smita gentle smile is compared with Kshira Sahodara. Kshira is milk, the brother of milk. That means gentle smile was compared to moonlight last time. Now it is compared to milk white. So brother of milk, that kind of gentle smile, ruchi, that shine from the gentle smile. By that, prakshalita ashantara. Prakshalita means washing away. Pada prakshalanam we say. Pada prakshalanartham we say in the puja, isn't it? We offer water for pada prakshalanartham. That is washing feet. Similarly, prakshalita means washing away. Ashanta, the absence of peace, the disturbances, the miseries all round, she washes away by the shine of her gentle smile, which looks like milk white. Kamakshi Jana Mauli Bhushana Manihi Vacham Para Devata. Kamakshi Jana Mauli Bhushana Manihi. The crusty jewel of Vamakshi should be. That is what I was getting confused. The correct version is not Kamakshi. Vamakshi Janamauli Bhushana Manihi. Vamakshi means beautiful women. Beautiful women with beautiful eyes. Kamakshi Jana, women with beautiful eyes. Mauli Bhushana, the crusty jewel. The crusty jewel. Mani, the crusty jewel which is a gem. The crusty jewel which is a gem of beautiful women. That means what? There cannot be any beautiful woman comparable to Devi. That is the meaning. Kamakshi, Vamakshi, Janamauli, Bhushana, Manihi, Vacham Para Devata, the supreme Devata of words, supreme Devata of words, of speech. Kamakshi iti vibhati, she is shining as Kamakshi. Kapi Karuna Kampa Tatinya State, on the banks of Kampa river, Kampa Tatini, Tatini means river. On the Tata means bank. On the bank of river Kampa, Kapi Karuna, some indescribable compassion. That compassion cannot be described in words. So it is indescribable, mysterious compassion. Vibhati shines in the name of Kamakshi. And she honors her look, her eyes by showing the power of undiminished love. That means that love never diminishes. It is always the same. Whenever you look at the eyes of Kamakshi, you get extraordinary love. And she is a young woman, and she is washing away the miseries in all directions by the shine of her gentle smile, which is the brother of milk. And she is a gem-studded crusty jewel of all the beautiful women with beautiful eyes. And she is the supreme Devata of speech. And she is shining as Kamakshi on the banks of river Kampa. And she is a mysterious compassion taken embodiment.
श्यामा काचन चन्द्रिका त्रिभुवने पुण्यात्मना मानने सीमा शून्यकवित्ववर्षजननी याः कापि कादम्बिनी महारारातिमनो विमोहनविधौ कः चित्तमक्कन्दली कामाक्ष्याः करुणाकटाक्षलहरी कामाय मे कल्पताम्.
Last line, Kamakshaha Karuna Kataksha Lahari, the wave of sidelong glance of compassion of Kamakshi. So the subject is her sidelong glance, Kataksha. Kamaya me kalpatam, let it fulfill all my desires. Me kamaya kalpatam, let it be directed, let it be made for fulfilling my desires. Now the description of that Kataksha. Kataksha is being described in these three lines. Shyama Kachana Chandrika Tribhuvane Punyatmanam Anane. Chandrika is never black. Chandra, the light of Chandra, moonlight, is never black. But now we find this particular moonlight is black. Shyama, black. Kachana, some moonlight which is black. Moonlight is always white. but here it is black. That is one wonder. Tribhuvane punyatmanam anane. Punyatmanam anane. Punyatmanam, those who are virtuous. Anane, in their face, in their mouth. Anana is mouth. Gajanana, Shadanana, we say, isn't it? So anana is mouth. Face or mouth. Punyatmanam anane, in the mouth of virtuous people. Sima shunya kavitva varsha janani. Sima shunya, unlimited. Sima is limit. Sima shunya, limitless. Kavitva, poetry. Varsha, shower. Janani, she creates. The progenitor of shower of poetry, unlimited poetry, in the mouth of virtuous people. Tribhuvane, in all the three worlds, not just on earth, in all the three worlds. For that, she is what? Yakapi Kadambini. Kadambini means thick mass of clouds. Because she is creating the shower, she is compared to thick mass of clouds. Yakapi, you cannot describe that mass of cloud. You cannot. It is an indescribable mass of cloud. Varsha Janani, that cloud is generating shower of poetry. Yakapi Kadambini. Mararati mano vimohana vidhau kachit tamakkandali. Mararati, we have seen before, Seva, enemy of Mara, enemy of Manmatha. Mano vimohana, in deluding his mind, in deluding Shiva's mind, mano vimohana vidhau. In the process of delusion of Shiva's mind, this Kataksha is like what? Kachit tamakkandali, because Kataksha is dark eyes, no? So it is taken as abundant darkness. Tamak Kandali. Tamaha darkness, Kandali abundance. Tamak Kandali, dense darkness. Kachit, some indescribable dense darkness which creates delusion in the mind of Shiva. It's a very strange thing, isn't it? How can a dark object create a delusion? But creates. It is so beautiful that it is creating delusion. So these are the very strange things that are happening with the Kataksha. That kind of wave of Kataksha, of compassion, of Kamakshi, let it fulfill my desires, which is black, though it is shining like a moonlight. It has all the properties of a moonlight, but it is black, indescribable, and it is like a thick mass of clouds, generating showers of poetry, unlimited poetry, in the mouths of virtuous people, and it is some peculiar dark object, dense darkness, which creates delusion in the mind of Shiva, who vanquished Manmatha. Shiva, who vanquished Manmatha, in his mind, this dark object is creating delusion. That means this is very powerful, this Kataksha. Now, delusion is tamas, vimohana. Because we are not supposed to be caught by moha. We are supposed to be out of moha. So when he gets into moha, he gets into tamas. He gets into tamas. He leaves out sattva. He goes into tamas. Shiva goes into tamas. So the tamak kandali is to be related to the tamas which it creates in the Shiva.
प्रहुडत्वान्तकदम्भके कुमुदिनी पुण्यापुरं दर्शयन् ज्योत्स्ना सङ्गमनेऽपि कोकमिथुनं मिश्रं समुद्भावयन् कालिन्दीलहरी दशां प्रकटयन् कम्रां नभस्यद्भुता कश्चिन्नेत्रमहोत्सवो विजयते काञ्चीपुरे शूलिनः.
That Devi's form is so beautiful. Kashchit netra mahotsavaha vijayate Kanchipure shulinaha. Last line. Kanchipure, in the city of Kanchi, shulinaha netra mahotsavaha. Shuli is Parameshwara. For his eyes, it is a festival. Netra mahotsavaha. It is a festival for the eyes of Shiva. Kashchit, again, you cannot describe that festival. You can describe any festival which you have enjoyed, but this festival is beyond description. So there is a peculiar, indescribable festival for the eyes of Shiva, which is shining in Kanchipura, which is victorious, which is effulgent in Kanchipura. Now that Netra Mahotsava is being described. Praudadvanta Kadambake Kumudini Punyankuram Darshayanne. Praudha Dvanta Kadambake. Dvanta is darkness. Praudha, dense darkness. Kadambaka is dispersed. It is widely dispersed. Widely dispersed dense darkness. There, Kumudini Punyankuram. Kumudini Punyankuram is a description of moon. For moon, we have been seen several descriptions. This is a very interesting description. Punya Ankuram, the sprout which comes out of Punya, which comes out of religious merit. For whom? For Kumudini, for lily. Because lily blossoms on seeing moon. So this is the sprout of virtue, of punya, of lily. What is that? Moon. So she is showing, Devi is showing, Darshayanne, showing moon to remove the dense darkness, widely dispersed darkness. That is, as soon as you think of Devi, all the darkness disappears, like moonlight, dispersing darkness. Jyotsna Sangamanepi Koka Mithunam Mishram Samudbhavayanne. Because she has produced moonlight, Jyotsna, Sangamane api. Sangamana is in contact. Because of the contact, because of seeing the moonlight, what happens? Samudbhavayanne, creating Koka Mithunam Mishram. Koka is Chakravaka. Chakravaka birds, the male and female, Mithunam. The male and female Chakravaka birds, Mishram, their union, creating. That means only when there is moonlight, Chakravaka birds, male and female, will unite. So that she does. Now this is another interesting phrase he has created, the poet. Jyotsna Sangamanepi. Jyotsna Asangamanepi also it can be interpreted. That means when there is no natural moonlight, Jyotsna Asangamane, because only when there is natural moonlight, the union of the Chakravaka birds takes place. But now it is taking place because of the artificial moonlight created by Devi. Kalindi lahari dasham prakatayanne kamram nabhas adbhutam. Kamram nabhasi adbhutam kalindi lahari dasham prakatayanne. Kalindi is Yamuna. Lahari dasham, the wave, the state of wave of Yamuna, prakatayanne, showing. Kamram means beautiful. Nabhasi adbhutam, in the sky. Adbhutam, beautiful, wonderful. Wonderful, beautiful, dark waves of Yamuna you can see in the sky, Nabhasi. This is the meaning. That means when she appears, because she has been shown as moonlight. In the moonlight, though she is having moonlight, she is dark. The Devi is imagined as a dark form. So she is a dark, beautiful light in the sky. That is the meaning. But there is another meaning, we will see that now. When we said Praudadvanta Kadambake Kumudani Punyankuram Darshayanne, we said darkness is removed. That here another interpretation is it is referring to the hair. In the hair, there is a beautiful ornament or flower, which is the moonlight. Because she is wearing moon on her head. So against the dark hair, there is a moon. That is the first line. The second line is same. Chakravaka birds are able to unite. Now, Chakravaka birds are able to unite is the two eyes. The two eyes are Chakravaka birds. When this Jyotsna, when this moonlight appears, when the Devi's moonlight appears, the two eyes are beautiful. The two eyes are beautiful. That is the second line, second meaning. Third line is the Nabhasi is sky, we said. Nabhas is sky. But it can be, it has been interpreted by scholars as the waist of the broad waist, the slender waist or broad hip. Again, there are two meanings. Nabhas is either the slender waist or the broad hip. There, Kamram, so wonderful, so beautiful. The dark plait of hair is hanging against the background of the wide hip or the slender waist. If you take it as slender waist, that means it is subtle. The beauty is subtle. If you take it as broad hip, the beauty is because of the dense hair. So that is the Netra Mahotsava for Shiva in Kanchipuram. That means removing darkness by showing the moon on her head. Then because of the moon, the Chakravaka birds are able to unite, the male and female, Mithunam, and because of the dark figure, it is beautiful, wonderful in the sky, and it is like a wave of Yamuna. And second meaning is, it is the moon against the dark background of hair. It is against the background of moonlight. There are two dark eyes, and against the dark, the hair which is hanging, the plait of hair which is hanging, is so beautiful against the wide hip or the slender waist. That is the Netra Mahotsava, the festival for the eyes of Shiva in Kanchipuram.
तन्द्राहीनतमालनीलसुषमैः तारुण्यलीलागृहैः तारानाथकिशोरलाञ्छितकचैः ताम्रारविन्देक्षणैः महतः संश्रयतां मनो मनसिज प्रागल्भ्यनाडिन्धमैः कम्पातीरचरैर्घनस्तनभरैः पुण्याङ्कुरैः शङ्करैः
तन्द्राहीन तमाल नील सुषमैहि. Tamala Neela Sushamaihi, the dark Tamala tree. Now, again, the form of Devi is being described. She is described as a dark Tamala tree. Sushamaihi means shine, the radiance. That radiance is Tandrahina. Tandra is laziness, free from laziness. That means it is ever shining. It's not as if it was shining 5 minutes ago, there is no shine now. It's not like that. Continuously shining without any break. So without any laziness. Tandrahena, Tamala Neela, Sushamaihi, all plural, because you cannot describe it in one form. It's several forms. The radiance is coming in several forms. Every form is enjoyable, so he is using plural. Tarunya Leela Grihaihi. Tarunya is youth. The whole form, whole body is play of sport. Leela Grihaihi. Play of sport of youth. Youth is playing all over her body. Taranatha Kishora Lanchita Kachaihi. Kacha is hair, and hair is beautified by Taranatha Kishora, the young moon. Taranatha is the head of stars, that is the moon. Kishora, young. Balachandra. Lanchita means marked by. The hair is marked by the young moon. Tamra Aravinda Ikshanaihi. Ikshana is the eyes. Eyes are like lotus. Aravinda Ikshanaihi. Tamra, they are copper colored lotus eyes. Mataha, O mother. Manaha Samshrayatam. Let my mind take refuge. Let my mind be attached to you. Then the further description. Manasija Pragalbhya Nadindhamaihi. Nadindhama means increasing. Actually, Nadindhama means swelling the veins. Nadi, swelling the veins, causing agitation. Actually, it means causing agitation by swelling the veins. But here it means, it's because we are talking about Manasija Pragalbhya. Manasija is Manmatha. Pragalbhya is his power, his extraordinary power. The extraordinary power of Manmatha is given agitation. He is further agitated. Nadindhamai. He is further nourished. He is further agitated by Devi. See, Manmatha is as it is powerful. He doesn't need any external support. Now Devi is additionally giving support to Manmatha. Manasija Pragalbhya Nadindhamaihi Kampatira Taraihi. Moving on the banks of Kampa river, Ghanas Tanabharaihi, with large, heavy bosom, Punyankuraihi, Punya Ankuraihi, not Ankaraihi, Punya Ankuraihi. Ankura is sprout, virtuous, the sprout of virtue. That is, when you have Punya, this sprout you can see. Without Punya, you cannot see the sprout. So the sprout born of Punya, that is Devi. Sankaraihi, very auspicious, always blessing us with auspiciousness, Sankaraihi, or it belongs to Shiva. Devi belongs to Shiva, Sankaraihi belonging to Shiva. There are two meanings. Punya Ankuraihi, the Devi is the bud, the sprout of Punya which we have accumulated. Then only you can experience Devi. So she is like a black Kamala tree giving continuous radiances. Her form is sport house of youth. Her hair is marked by Balachandra. Her eyes are like lotus, copper colored. May my mind, O mother, get attached, take refuge in you. You are agitating, you are causing further agitation in the extraordinary power of Manmatha. You are moving around on the banks of Kampa river and you are having heavy, full bosom and you are the bud of Punya. Without Punya, this bud will not come up. And you are the very form of auspiciousness, blessing us with auspiciousness, and you belong to Sankara.
नित्यं निश्चलतामुपेत्य मरुतां रक्षाविधिं पुष्णति तेजःसञ्चयपाटवेन किरणान् उष्णद्युतेर्मुष्णति काञ्ची मध्यगतापि दीप्तिजननी विश्वान्तरे जृम्भते काचिच्चित्रमहो स्मृतापि तमसां निर्वापिका दीपिका.
Now, Devi is described as a lamp. Last line, Kachit Chitram Aho. It's a very strange. Chitram, strange, wonderful, indescribable. Aho, wonderful. Deepika, this is the light. Vritapi tamasam nirvapika. Even if you think of that light, darkness is removed. Nirvapika, tamasam nirvapika, remover of darkness. Normally, you need a light to be physically present to remove darkness, isn't it? But this light is a very strange light that even when you just think of it, it removes all darkness. Nityam nishchalatam upetya marutam rakshavidhim pushnati. Some contradictions in this light. Nityam nishchalatam upetya. Normally, a lamp is waving. The nature of lamp is waving because of the wind, because of the air surrounding. But here, this lamp is nishtala, unmoving. Nityam, ever. Nishchalatam upetya, ever unmoving, no waving. Marutam rakshavidhim pushnati. Though it doesn't wave, this light doesn't wave, it does not harm maruts. Maruts are wind devatas. There are 49 marut devatas in devata groups. 49 marut devatas. So marutam rakshavidhim pushnati. Pushnati means nourishing. Nourishing the protection or the process of protection of marut devatas. There is no harm. On the other hand, she blesses marut devatas. Because without marut devatas, the world cannot survive. That is why she is doing that. For our benefit. Teja sanchaya patavena kirana anushnadyutehe mushnati. Teja sanchaya patavena. Patava means expertise. Teja sanchaya, the mass of brilliance, the expertise in the mass of brilliance, that is the form of Devi. All the brilliance in the world she has accumulated in herself. That is the expertise. Kirana anushnadyutehe mushnati. It has been broken as Kiranan Ushnadyutehe by some people. That is not correct, because then it does not give the correct meaning. Because Ushnadyuti is Surya. Ushnadyuti is Surya. Anushnadyuti is Chandra. We are now comparing Devi with Chandra only, not Surya, because her brilliance is like a Chandra, Chandra's brilliance. Kirana Anushnadyutehe. Anushna is cool, not Ushna. Dyuti is shine. Cool shine is moon. Kirana, the rays of cool moon, Mushnati, robbing, eclipsing. By her brilliance, she is eclipsing, she is defeating the shine of Chandra. Kanchi Madhyagatapi Deepti Janani Vishwantare. Though she is situated in the center of Kanchipuram, Kanchi Madhyagata Api, though she is situated in the center of Kanchipuram, Vishwantare Deepti Janani, Vishwantare, in the all the worlds, in the entire universe, inside the entire universe, Vishwantare, Deepti Janani, she is producing shine, she is producing brilliance, Deepti Janani, generator of brilliance. Jrimbhate, she is shining, this light of, this kind of light is shining. Oh, ho, ho, it is extremely wonderful. Even by thinking, by mere thought, it is able to remove all darkness, and it is ever unwavering, no wavering, and it is nourishing, nourishing the process of protection of Marut Devatas. By her extraordinary mass of brilliance, she is defeating the rays of Chandra, and though she is situated in the center of Kanchipuram, her shine is entering the inside of all the universe. She is producing that kind of shine.
कान्तैकेशरुचां चयैर्भ्रमरितं मन्दस्मितैः पुष्पितं कान्त्या पल्लवितं पदाम्बुरुहयोः नेत्रत्विषापत्रितं कम्पातीरवनान्तरं विदधति कल्याणजन्मस्थली काञ्ची मध्यमहामणिर्विजयते काचित् कृपाकन्दली.
Last line, Kanchi Madhya Mahamanihi Vijayate Kachit Kripa Kandali. Kachit again, something which is beyond description. Kripa Kandali, the banana tree of compassion. Now, last time we interpreted Kandali as abundance. The same word has got different meanings in Sanskrit, as we all know. So here it should be interpreted as plantain tree, a banana tree. Kachite Kripa Kandali, the plantain tree of compassion, which is indescribable, which is shining. Kanchi Madhya Mahamanihi, it is a great jewel. Though it is a plantain tree, how can plantain tree shine like a jewel? That is the beauty. That is why it is Kachite, it is indescribable. It is like a plantain tree, but it is very shining like a great jewel in the center of Kanchi. Now, Kanchi Madhya Mahamanihi should also be interpreted as Kanchi is the waist ornament. In the waist ornament, it is a central gem. Kanchi itself is a waist ornament. In the waist ornament, there are Kanchipuram can boast of several gems, but which is the greatest gem? Devi. So Kanchi Madhya Mahamanihi. So two meanings can be interpreted. Kantaihi Kesharucham Chayaihi Bhramaritam. Now, because we have taken it as a plantain tree, now the qualities of a tree, the characteristics of a tree are coming out. Kantaihi Kesharucham Chayaihi. Kesharucham Chayaihi. The shine of hair. Chayaihi. The dense shine. The dense shine of the hair. Kantaihi. Very beautiful shine of dense hair. It looks like what? Bhramaritam. It is creating bees. Because a tree must have a flower must have bees. Now, what is the bees in this tree? The bees are the shine coming out of the heavy, dense hair. Mandasmitehi pushpitam. What is the flower here? The gentle smile. Gentle smile. Everything is in plural again. Mandasmitehi pushpitam. The flowers are the gentle smiles. Kantya pallavitam padamburhayoho. Pada Amburhayoho, the lotus feet, Kantya, the shine of the lotus feet is Pallavitam, that is the shoot, that is the young plant, tender young plant. Tender young plant is the lotus feet, the shine of the lotus feet. Netratvasha Patritam, Patra is leaf. What is the leaf of the tree? The eyes, the shine of the eyes. Everywhere the shine, not the organ itself, the shine. Netratvasha, the shine of the eyes, is like the leaf. Kampatira Vanantaram Vidadhati Kalyana Janmasthali. Kampatira Vanantaram, in the inside of the gardens of, on the banks of Kampa. Inside the gardens, on the banks of Kampa, Vidadhati, she is doing all this. Whatever we have described so far, this the plantain tree is doing all this. Is showing Brahmara, is showing Pushpa, is showing Pallava, is showing Patra, all this is Vidadhati, making, creating. Kalyana Janmasthali, it is the place of birth of all auspiciousness. Kalyana Janmasthali, all auspiciousness is born out of Devi only. So Kalyana Janmasthali. So indescribable plantain tree, banana tree of compassion shines as a great jewel in the center of Kanchipuram, in the center of the waist band, beautiful waist band, which is Kanchipuram. And it is inside the gardens of, on the banks of Kampa river, causing the look of bees by the shine of her dense hair, causing the look of flowers by her gentle smile, causing the look of tender plant by the lotus feet, shine of the lotus feet, and causing leaves by the shine of the eyes. And she is the very place of birth of all auspiciousness.